what's going on? It is Phil Russert, and we are live here today. It is Tuesday, so I hope your week has started off great. Very excited because as Philbo Publishing grows, we are now publishing other people's IPs, and we have a really great book that we are going to launch live tonight. And we're going to have the writer creator of that book on with us right now. So share this out, let everybody know we're here, and let's back this and get this on a strong start. Look, there's a lot of superhero books out there, but they're derivative, they're copycats, they're boring, or they're the same stuff. This ain't that. All right, this is a superhero book that is done in a different way. It's got fantasy elements. It's called Night, and the creator. When I got the pitch and I got the book, I was like, you know what? This is not a typical superhero book. He fleshes out characters. As much as there's story, there's action. The whole theme is a nice different take. So I was impressed with it. The artwork is nice. Hey Daniel, what's going on? Angel, what's up? Angel just did an awesome tragedy uh, piece of art that's beautiful. Go check it out on his page. Anyway, so I'm excited to launch this, but let's launch strong, right? I mean, I know that there's a lot of opportunities out there to pledge and everything, but you won't be disappointed. If you're looking for something new and fresh in the superhero world, you're going to enjoy Night. Having said that, my guest tonight is the writer and creator of Night, and now part of the Philbo family. So I want to welcome Guido Martinez. Hey.
Hi, hi, and thanks for the warm welcome. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you again for the kind words. That is exactly what I want readers to like and to enjoy about Night. Of course, there's a lot to look at. There's themes, there's stories, subplots, and that's what the main takeaway that I want people to take away from Night. To say this isn't just another Batman clone. This isn't just another Superman derivate. Uh, it's its own story. It's got elements from fantasy, from the typical superhero books. Of course, it's got a bit of this, a bit of that, and it's all put together quite nicely. Uh,
Well, as a
so yeah,
fan of like Dungeons
thanks.
and Dragons fantasy and superheroes, now this is set in modern day in a city background, but there are those knight and dragon and stuff like that themes going on, and it's a really nice subtle nod to that without being too saturated. Um, so this description doesn't give it justice. That's why you got to pick up the book and find out. But it's done in a
Yeah.
really well written way.
Hmm. Yes, thanks. Absolutely. I took elements from basically that, from fantasy and superhero books. That's my favorite types of comics, and generally my favorite types of story, not just comics, movies, TV, video games, board games. Uh, all of that, yes, I try to mash them all together. In fact, upon your first read, if you see even the preview pages, you might notice there's different narration boxes. I mean, there's a sort of an epic narration that tries to make everything a bit grandiose. Like, it tells you the story of the knight, of the hero, of the quest, all of its tribulations and challenges, and how he overcomes them with bravery and strength. And then there's the inner monologue by Knight, which at some points uh, is the completely opposite. At some points it's aligned. So I thought that sort of dichotomy in the narration, I think that it adds to the elements, uh, without, of course, without
And that's
overwhelming
the
the
thing
the
is,
reader.
that's the thing is there are flaws. They're human. They're written humanly, which I like because these days a lot of people are, but they're writing characters flawless these days. There we go, we're back. Sorry. They're writing characters flawless these days, and it's hard to relate to characters that are perfect and make no mistakes, or don't face their own inner demons or challenges, and that's always something that I gravitate to is heroes that
Mm.
they're not heroes because everything is easy. They're heroes because it's hard and they do it anyway. And it's an interesting book. And here's the good news, guys. You're starting, if you're new to this, it's the collected trade. So you're getting the first 4 issues. So you're getting a full complete story arc. It's not like you're gonna get one, wait 3 months and get another. It's
Yeah.
all in there. So you can get a really good start on this book and flesh out the characters. And book 5 is not far behind. So this is a good launching point for new readers to give Night a try. And if you're an old reader, it's got added content, which Guido's going to talk about.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice to get in a collected trade. You save those issues, maybe get them graded. You never know if it's going to blow up. And then you got the trade to read. Um, I'm gonna pull it up and we're gonna launch it live, and then we can talk about it and you can tell us more in depth about it. Why is this not coming up? Sorry, StreamYard's been acting weird lately. I think it's I live out near the water, so it becomes an issue sometimes.
There's always technical difficulties. Yeah.
Let me try this again.
If Bill Gates got a blue screen presenting Windows, yeah,
It's
you're bound to get this.
not popping up yet. I don't know why. Let me try this one more time. Why is it not share screening? There we go. All right. So I'm gonna make it full screen, Guido, because as much as we're good looking guys, I think we want them to see this instead. So
Yes, yes. Knight is much better looking than me. Yes, of course.
so whoops, we're going to launch this live right now. So we hope that you guys come out and back. We know it's a Tuesday, everybody, early in the week, but come on out, tell a friend. Yes, I know. And we are live. Where's my confetti and everything? Supposed to get confetti, weren't we? Or is that only when you fund? I don't know. I thought we get confetti. What's going on here? I wanted my party
Yeah,
here. All
party.
right,
Yeah.
so Guido is the writer creator. I am the publisher of Night. Guido had done the 4 issues prior with another publisher and has moved to Philbo. So this is the collected volume, the collected trade paperback number 1 of the first 4 issues with added content. So it's a great jumping on point for everybody. So tell us about Night.
Yes, of course. Well, Knight originally, the idea came to me when trying to combine a mix of elements and also looking at the current books that I was reading and thinking, well, this could be done better. I would do it. I would have done it differently. So, out of all of that shared experiences and uh, mix of my own share of my personal views on comic books at the time. I think it was 2010 when when I wrote the first script. Um, and yes, that's when I started putting together this book. It's got a Actually, it's got a interesting and rather long history, but it's not that uncommon in indie comics in small press to find cases such as this. Personally, in indie comics, especially small press, I think that even completing a story arc should already be considered a big deal for us the most indie of creators. So I'm glad to have reached this point, and I do have plans for future issues for the story. Um, Actually, you get one of the bonus features that you will find is a special commentary by me, like sort of a cathartic process for me, where I narrate my struggles in creating the book and how it eventually came to life. So maybe I can do the intro for the story, the synopsis basically. So an ancient evil has awoken. A man in search of identity and purpose will rise to face it. Their battle has been prophesied ages ago. It will mark the birth of a new era. So basically, that's the premise. Knight uh, is a man who's unsure of his past, of who he is right now, and upon his journey of self-discovery, he will come across, he will find himself in the middle of a battle against an ancient evil, against an ancient sorcerer from ancient times. Sorry, I'm using the word ancient way too often. So uh, yeah, I'm not used to it. I should have written a script perhaps for me.
No, it's
So
fine. It's fine. I mean, yeah, look, I mean, here is the character you're speaking of, which is the protagonist,
yes,
the antagonist, and here's our protagonist, Knight. And as you can
yeah,
see, he's magical in his abilities. Again, this is where the fantasy trope comes in,
hmm,
mixed with the superhero trope, because you also have superhero abilities. Um, I mean, there's
yes,
great stuff. You know, you've got Dragon Breath, who's super strong and vulnerable, breathes fire.
hmm,
Um, this character, I forgot her name, but she
grave
can
digger,
raise the dead and create an army. So there's that's like a necromancy kind of thing. So it's a
yes,
really nice blend of those fantasy elements that we love from Dungeons and Dragons tales and stuff, and superhero genres with the straight up, spandex punch and kick, and with great exposition and storytelling, which I cannot emphasize enough is important, right? I mean, just the
yes,
dynamics between the two lead characters and the team that basically kind of comes together, And as you can see, the artwork is fantastic, the action is great, and this is a book that moves and it entertains. If you're tired of the stuff that's out there, if you're tired of the same old stuff and you're looking for something fresh and new, I mean, this is it. We love all the main characters, Batman, Superman, of course we do. Um, but after 1,200 issues, sometimes it's hard to get a fresh story with them. Well, if you go to the right places in the indie comics world, like Philbo Publishing, like Guido Martinez Knight,
uh,
you're going to find characters that are new and fresh that will be the next Batman, will be the next Superman. As far as give them a chance, and as this ongoing series continues and unfolds, you're going to invest in this character, get to know them, and you're going to love this. And they're going to be, for all you know, this could be that next book you're excited to look forward to reading. And that's the key, right? We got to get back to reading comics, not just collecting. And this is a book that if you want to collect for the beautiful art, go for it. But reading it is just, that's the best, man.
hmm,
It's the escapism to get away from the world for a while. There's no preaching in this, there's no politics in this. Guido is not using it as a soapbox platform. It's just a fun superhero tale that can get your mind off your stress of life. And you really, when you're reading it, you just kind of delve into this world of fantasy and superheroes and villains, and the great villains too. So, and no hero is good without a great villain, right? So
of course.
you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, look at this, and the art is top notch. So
Yes, of course. You will have three covers to choose from. Actually, each has its own reward tier, and yes, of course, I've been asked a lot if my writing is character focused, story driven, or basically the main selling point should be the art. And honestly, I'd have to say the story, it's mostly story driven, but each character gets their arc. Each character gets their own personality. And I'm not one of those guys that just will throw the personality of each character in your face, that they are constantly speaking their feelings. No, characters do have a subtext here. They behave in certain ways that eventually you will understand why they are the way they are. Um, of course, it's the first arc, so I will not be able to cover all of them right away. But as the series progresses, you will get to understand each of them. And my advice would be look for the subtext because there are indications in the way the characters speak. When a character there is a character actually that will be changing personality more or less often every so many issues maybe, and you will notice the change in his personality already. Yes, it's a his pronouns are him his. I already let that slide, but it will be evident when you're reading this. So I'm not one of those writers. I try to get the story moving, but also I try to tell as much as possible and even make dialogues sort of realistic, sort of grounded. Um, if a character, for example, I don't know, I'm not a fan of a character appearing and oh hey, you are the chosen one to win this battle against evil. Oh, okay, sure. No, it's gonna take some extra convincing. How do I know I can trust you? That well, you're gonna have to trust me. Okay, no, oh, I will. Okay, let's look at it. Let's take it slow. And yes, some of the pages may seem wordy because of this. That is an honest criticism. I'm honestly working on it, but trust me, it's worth it. Uh, also, well, comics are literature after all, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
you
it's not too much writing or dialogue
you
where
read.
it's drawn out. It's fleshing out characters and telling a
Hmm.
story. I mean, the whole point is the art and the
Yes.
text have to support each other. And I think comics have gotten away from any dialogue, and it's all just pictures. It's a nice blend of both.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. So that is basically what I try to pour into Night. Uh, Story, character development, and of course, try to keep it as original as possible. Of course, I know that there are plenty of, I don't know, uh, vigilantes that wear hoods, but trust me, Knight is his own character. Once you read it, you'll understand. And if you don't believe me, you can look up reviews. There are several reviews floating online. I actually I actually included links to some of them, and basically you can also how can I say this? If you start following Knights, I really encourage you to stick around because I trust that it's a story that will get better as it progresses. At least stick around until the third act, because big things are coming in the third act. For oh, there are also plenty great moments in Act One, and there will be also plenty of amazing moments in Act Two. So I really hope that if you read, you'll get hooked. Um,
Very cool.
what
Yeah, I
what
mean,
else can we can we say? I'm not sure. Sorry,
well,
this
I
is my
mean,
first launch party.
no, that's fine. So just let's go over the rewards, okay? So, we
Sure.
understand that space is an issue with all your books, and we understand that money is an issue for people, and we also understand that maybe you're not in the United States and you don't want to pay shipping and all that. Well, we've got a digital PDF, and this book is put together. So when you get a PDF, there's no waiting for fulfillment. It's boom, you get it as soon as the money clears in Kickstarter. So which is 2 weeks after the campaign. So $15 gets you How many pages is the book, Guido?
It's 96 pages of story plus um, 16, 18 pages of added content. You get 96 pages of story, including an 8-page short story that's complementary to the first 4 issues. Then you get a cover gallery. Uh, Basically, all you will get to see all the covers that have been produced for the 4 issues in the collected in the trade, either as each chapter's yes, either as each chapter's cover or in the cover gallery. Then you will also get some a couple pages with the first character design sketches by Mauricio the artist, with some comments by me. You will also get the special commentary by me at the end, and right at the end, I'll also throw in the teaser, the cover for issue 5 as a coming
As a teaser.
attractions
Yeah.
teaser. Yes.
Yeah, so look, for $15, you get a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of content. It's over 100 pages of story with a lot of other art and goodies, and it's only a $15 PDF. So, I mean, that's a steal. Jump on it. But we also want to let you know there's an early bird combo. It's limited to the first 40 backers. $30, you can get the trade, but we also give you this awesome print with it. That's just for the first 40 backers, okay? I mean, Guido did great on his last campaigns, and he had over 100 backers and a couple thousand dollars worth of funding. And if you're one of the first
Um,
40, you're going to get this print.
yeah. Yeah. Let's call it mildly successful.
No, listen,
Yeah.
indie comics is tough, and if
Yeah.
there are people that can't break 1,000. So you did very well, and you're growing, and we hope to continue to grow from here.
Yes.
Um, so be one of the first 40 backers and get the print as well. $30. It's the print is basically free at that point.
Mm,
And then $30 for the other book. And again, this is over 100 pages of story. This isn't a floppy. This is a collected volume trade. It's 96 pages plus the 8-page preview. So you look at 104 pages of story, but there's much more content in the book for
mhm.
only $30.
Yes. So it's also it's worth noting that of course every profit that we make from this after printing the books will go to producing the next issues. As we said before, issue 5 is already done. So we're actually mid-production of issue 6. So yeah, you can you can have faith that if you buy Act 1, act the start of Act 2 is right around the corner.
And that's the
We're
thing.
yes, sorry.
That's the thing, guys. You back this campaign. You're not just supporting Guido and Philbo Publishing. You're supporting everybody that he hires to continue putting out this story. And look, we understand that you work hard for your money. It's a tough economy right now, and you've got to be choosy of what you spend your money on. But what if you're missing out on something really quality because you haven't heard of it before? But what if it's something that you really, really wind up falling in love with and enjoying? I mean, at one point you didn't know what Stranger Things was. You had to give it a chance, right? So give it a chance. Give this book a chance. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And then not only do you get the book, but if we get to this tier for $50, you would get your choice of the T-shirt with these four options and the book itself. And of course, every one of these tiers comes with the digital PDF as well. So you got to count that into the price. So you get the physical trade of cover of choice, you get the PDF, and you get the T-shirt of choice. And then when you get to 80 militia, you're going to get all the covers, all three covers, if you like them and you can't choose, and you're going to get the print, and of course with the PDF. And then for
Mhm.
110 full gear, you get the one physical copy, you get the print, You get all 4 T-shirts and the PDF. And then there's the grand slam of all, knighthood. You have been knighted, guys. You get the 3 covers, the 4 T-shirts, the print, and the PDF. I mean, that's everything for just 180. All right.
Mm.
As far as stretch goals, let's see where we go with this. If we really start to roll with this and we're getting out there, then we want to start giving you free stuff. But you got to get us there.
Yeah.
You got to get us funded. You got to get us there so we can start giving you free stuff. There are reviews here, though, as you said, that you can read. You can click the links to go to them off the site. Now, for those of you who have been following Philbo Publishing all of this time, you know you can trust what we're doing. If you like what we've been putting out there, this is no different. All right, because I had to look at this. I had to accept this submission. I had to say this is worth it, and I enjoy it, and I think it's great. And so, if you trust me and you trust Philbo Publishing and what we've been doing, trust in me to back this. All right, and support this because you won't be disappointed. Like as you can see, Guido is not cutting corners. There are some indie books that you could tell the budgets are tight, maybe the art is not there, or they're new at writing and everything, but the art is here and Guido can write. It's a quality production. So to continue getting that quality, we need your love, we need your support, we need your backing. Just hit that
Yes.
green right there.
Mm.
And if you don't know how to use Kickstarter, if it confuses you, you can reach out to me or Guido and we will help walk you through it. All right. We will get back to you and we will help walk you through it. We have no problems with that whatsoever.
Of course, yes. You can find me on Facebook or Twitter, in fact, for if you wanna discuss or talk, whatever. Reach out. I may not reply instantly, but eventually I'll find my way to your message.
Also, I want to let everybody know if it's not your thing, but you want to help support indie anyway, you can make a pledge without a reward. And this could be any number. It could be $1, $5, $10, $1 million. It could be whatever you want it to be. And of course, all the funding, all the money goes back into the production of the book. So that is an
Mhm.
option as well. But another thing you do is share it out. Let everybody know about it. If it's not your thing and you don't have money to donate, that's fine. But maybe you have a friend that would be interested in this. Maybe you know somebody who loves fantasy, loves superheroes, and wants something fresh and new. Um, this is it. This is the place to go. Send them this way.
Mhm. Yes. Thank you. Well said.
So
Um,
I am gonna, by the way, reach out to all the Philbo backers and let them know about this campaign that is live. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. But Guido, can you also drop the link because for some reason when I drop the link, this will go to my YouTube channel and my Creator Con on Facebook, but it doesn't go to my Phil Russert on Facebook. So if you do it, it will.
sure. Um, yeah. Yes, because it's asking me to connect to YouTube.
Now, all right, you know what?
Hold
When we
on.
get off, oh, you know what? Hang on, I'll do it here. I got it here. I'll I can do it off my phone while we're live. But what I would tell you
Well, but I'm
is,
seeing the link. I'm seeing the link, and I think it works. It's you can just
yeah, but it's not on
click
all
on it,
three
but
platforms. It's only on 2 of my 3 platforms that we're on right now. I got it.
okay, got
Yeah, I
it.
got it. I'm gonna put it on the page now. You guys, show some love,
Hmm.
show some support. Come on out. All right, so it should pop up any second on the. There you go on the fill page. Much better. All right, so Like I said, we know there's a lot going on. We know that you have a lot of options out there. There's a lot of media now. There's a lot of entertainment. We're selling trust here, right? Trust us that your hard-earned money is going to something that you're going to enjoy, that is quality, um, and that you'll become a fan of. These characters were well thought out, well written. Again, look at the professional quality of the work. Um, it's well produced. This book, some people the aesthetics right away, right? Look, the art attracts you, the writing keeps you, right? But you can't
Mm-hmm.
know if the writing is good until you buy it. And I'll tell you right now, all I'm asking you is buy it and find out for yourself, and then you can let us know. But quality artwork, right here, action, adventure, fantasy. I mean, look at this. So give it a shot. Why not? What do you got to
Mm-hmm.
lose? Even a $15 PDF, right? Give it a shot. It's first four issues with added content and beautiful covers. This is the second cover B. And
Mm-hmm.
again, you can enjoy the art, you can enjoy the collectability, but it's the entire first four issues arc. So you're jumping on board. This is my favorite cover, actually. You're jumping on board, and you're not just getting a floppy 22 pages. You're getting 108 pages of story. You're getting right into this world, so you can get excited and ready for chapter 5, which is issue 5, which is it's already produced. We're just waiting. After this, we'll be launching more. But we need your love and your support. We've got two backers so far at $80. Thank you so much to those two backers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get more. Everybody that's back the last few campaigns by Guido, come on out. There's added content, so it's not just regurgitating what you already have. There's new stuff, and that's about it. Guido, again, let's run this through again. Just give us a nice, quick elevator pitch, a
Mm-hmm.
synopsis. Why do people want to buy this book? Why do they want this story?
Well, I think that if you people who like fantasy, urban fantasy, um, vigilante superheroes, in particularly those with a more serious tone, maybe if you're a fan of um, Daredevil, Moon Knight, Batman, maybe even which yes, basically if you're a fan of those and fantasy elements set in an urban setting, then yes, this is definitely for you. Knight is a complex hero. He's flawed. He's unsure of who he is and what is his purpose in life. Um, and he will still he still knows that he wants to help people. He will literally jump in front of a train for someone, of course, uh, with of course trying to dodge the train right after. But he's one thing is he's not afraid. He's not afraid of fighting. He's not afraid of looking for the answers. And in this fight against this evil sorcerer and his Praetorians, he will find it. The I think the hero is pretty original. His origin story, which will remain a mystery for some issues, but you'll be getting breadcrumbs. I want to see the readers try to build their own fan theories. Actually, one reviewer actually already did. Uh, already has concocted a couple fan theories, and you will get a bit of that mystery and thrill as well. And well, the assembled team of villains. are also something pretty original. I don't think it's been done before. A sorcerer, and he has this monstrous man beast called Dragon Breath. He's just as strong as he looks, and he also breathes fire. He's got a master assassin called Executioner, but he's not the typical assassin, of course. His personality can be. I'll let you find out for yourselves. He's not the usual assassin you see in every other story involving assassins and ninjas. He's not even a ninja, actually. Then there's Gravedigger, probably my most original villain of the bunch. She she can raise the dead at touch and control them as sort of a hive mind. So she become basically she has her own army, which are like extensions of herself, and she's a pretty wicked character. The story um has some elements for, I'd say, PG-13 would be the appropriate rating. Don't let it close to little children. There won't be any nudity, but there will be violence, and of course, uh, the swearing is also blurred out, but there will be violence, there will be blood, and yeah, actually, oh, one thing I forgot about Gravedigger. Yeah, of course, quite proud. Not sure if I should be, but of the name I gave her. I mean, she's a gravedigger, but her power actually unearths the bodies. So she's a sort of a reverse gravedigger. Uh,
Well,
well,
no,
yeah,
she's basically
I
bringing him out of the dirt. So
yeah
yeah, it's a good name, and
yeah. I
she's really
hope
like
you're
a necromancer.
yeah. I hope you're all laughing on your homes behind your screens, and well, yes, and then along with night, you will be Whisper. She's this mystery woman whose particular skill sets um, makes her the perfect stealth element. She can turn invisible, nullify sound, and even levitate. Along with this power set, she's also quite skilled at hand-to-hand combat, and in these issues and even in future issues, you will see some clever use of her levitation powers uh, during her fight scenes. So, yes, I don't think that there's other, I don't, at least to my knowledge, other female heroines or female vigilantes with that particular moveset. Uh, Basically, all of them, you will meet them, and I hope you find that there is much to love and much to learn about each of these characters. Um, what else can be said that hasn't been said before? Well,
Look, it's
maybe.
original, it's
Well,
new, it's a good blend of fantasy and hero. There's a good blend of action and characterization. There's a story here. There's a theme here, and I think this is fresh and this is new, and we can't reiterate that enough. You guys, you got to give it a shot because you're missing out if you don't.
yes, of course. Um, and yeah, just talk about. I definitely want to mention Mauricio Campetera's art. Um, he's uh, he's grown so much since he started working on the book. His style has evolved, and you will notice that when you start reading. The art isn't the same in verse 1 that it is in verse 2 or verse 3 and verse 4. Each I think shows an evolution of his style. Actually, he up until right before the pandemic, he was the lead artist in. I don't know if you've heard, but Aspen Comics Fathom, the flagship
Yeah,
title for
Fathom, of
Aspen
course.
Comics, he was the lead artist for Fathom. So you can you can actually Google up some images of his work there. It's really top notch. I really think that given the right push and given the and if Knight finds the proper audience, I really hope uh, I really hope to that Mauricio can continue uh, delighting us with his art and continue growing and evolving as an artist.
Yeah, and that's what you want out of a comic, right? The passion, the hard work, the professional level, and the fact that each issue just gets better and better, not just as the story progresses, but as the art progresses, as the sequentials progress. I
Hmm.
mean, this is an ongoing, guys. So jump on board and support this, and you're gonna go along with this character. You're gonna feel his triumphs and his failures, as well as whispers, and you're gonna watch how their relationship grows and how they play off each other, and Dragon Breath and just the villains. I mean, it's a great cast of characters with a lot of action, and I really think you need to give it a shot.
Yeah, yes, of course, and give it a shot. And hell, actually, if you select one of the review tiers that offers t-shirts, we'll be happy to dress you. Actually, well, actually, I do hope to see some cosplayers someday. Uh, most of the characters aren't gonna be hard to pull. Actually, they have their costumes are made with stuff that can be found. And I'm not saying this uh, in the art attack manner that says, yeah, let's build this with stuff that you have lying around. First, we will need the first we will need the Ark of the Covenant, three Dragon Balls, and Moonstone. No, it's as long as you have the right elements, you can definitely pull a proper cosplay. Except for, well, Dragon Breath would require a lot of bulking or a lot of or a big padded suit. But I've seen people pull that off. So yeah, who knows? That is one aspect I forgot to mention it actually. When I was writing the series, I didn't want the costumes to feel the usual to feel the like the usual spandex or uh, so colorful and thin material that seems like it's gonna break at the slightest stretching. So yes, I that is another aspect I'm looking forward to in the future. Yeah, a man can dream, right? Uh, well, and also actually that's a fun and spoiler actually when you see Whisper's first design sketches. That was a fun exchange that I had with Mauricio, the artist, because well, he kept drawing the original sketches like she was uh, it was uh, a very standard uniform combination for female superheroes, and I was like, come on, this is the exact setup uh, as Elektra, Psylocke, Miss Marvel, uh, and God knows how many others. So I was like, no, let's not do this. Let's try to find something more original. And yeah, even with Whisper's costume, I think we didn't go in the usual direction. So yeah, I
Well, it just even
I'm
makes sense to her ability, you know?
yes, yes, of course. The suit can become invisible just as her, and again, it's also rather, it can be cosplayable. Uh, I'm not sure if that's a word, but you get what I mean. And yes, that's what I was gunning for. The originality, not just in the story, but also in the looks of the characters. Uh, I hope you can see it, and I hope you can follow us and like it and become fans. Tell me, I don't know. Hey, I like if you read it. Uh, here's homework for after the Kickstarter is done and the rewards have been delivered. Once you read it, I will uh, set up a survey for you to guys tell me what you enjoyed, what you didn't, who's your favorite character, and yeah, so that I get an idea of how you perceive the book. Because of course, sometimes the reader's perception can vary a lot from me. For example, some reviewers and some fans of the back when we released the under the other publisher the separate issues. Uh, some reviewers and fans said, "Hey, I love the main villain. I love the sorcerer." I was like, "Wow, okay, cool." He, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that really because I was like, "Yes, I'm writing him so that he isn't the usual sorcerer as they can be portrayed in other places. His spells don't come from whispering in a made-up language. Uh, so basically, his spells and his speech have a certain manner that identifies him. I I wasn't sure how well he was gonna click with the readers, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I don't know. I look forward to hearing what you think, to hearing your thoughts, criticisms, personal tastes, and even like I said before, if you got some fan theories uh, and you say, "Hey, I bet this is a case of," "I bet this is gonna happen," go ahead. It might help me to make the story less predictable, and that is something I'm really looking forward to eventually delivering some unexpected twists.
Well, with that, we're going to wrap this up. We launched live about 40 minutes ago, guys, maybe a little less. Um, we would love for you to help come out strong with us. We know some people are probably not here right now and they'll check this out later. It is a month-long campaign. Trust me when I tell you it is a quality story. Guido is a solid writer. The artwork, as you could see, is great. The characters are interesting and new and fun. And I really think his blend of fantasy, like he calls it urban fantasy because it takes place in a modern city. If you took, the urban fantasy, the superhero element, the themes of, knights and wizards and everything, I think you're really going to enjoy this. It touches on a lot of different themes amalgamated together, mashed together, but they work and it's different and it's fresh and it's new, but it's even better that it's the first four issues. It is 108 pages of story. So you can just delve right in, get into this story, get through the first arc, and start to relate to these characters and know what's going on because issue 5 is right around the corner. But we need your love and your support and your backing to continue doing this because it's an ongoing series. This isn't, we have no plans for this to go anywhere but into your hands so you can read it and enjoy it. And I
Hmm.
really highly recommend it. It is worth your hard-earned money. Everything Philbo puts out there is worth your hard-earned money. Working with Guido is because Guido is a really good writer and the book is solid. But you can't just listen to me. You have to see it for yourself and prove it by buying it. And I promise you, whether you get the $30 physical copy or just a $15 PDF, you're going to enjoy this story and you're going to want it, and you're going to want to keep continuing to come back and follow it because it is good. If you want
Oh,
fresh and you want
mm,
new and you want exciting, give it a try.
oh yes, and I forgot to mention actually, you can also check out the Facebook page that I have set up. It's Night by Guido Martinez. You can look it up. It's got much more previews, news. I'll be posting from that page quite often lately. So follow the page if you're interested. You will see more previews, even from stuff that we haven't released yet. And uh, well, that's that's it. If you want more content, go to the page. And if you wanna talk to me, hang out, let me know. I'm here. I'm here on Facebook and
Oh,
Twitter.
awesome. All right, Guido, thanks so much, man, for coming out. I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. Big things coming. We got a month of this, guys. So let us not sweat. Fund this right
Hmm.
away, back this right away. Tell a friend, share it out, and make this trade paperback well known. Put it in everybody's hands. Help us put it in your hands. You will enjoy it. All right,
Hmm.
Guido, I will see you on the flip
Thanks.
side, and we will keep pushing this throughout the month.
Of course, absolutely.
All right, thanks for
Thanks
coming
again.
on, buddy.
Thank you for having me, and thank you all for joining us.
Cool. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Hmm.
All right, guys. So that is the newest title coming out from Philbo Publishing. I'm telling you, it is worth it. You got to give it a shot. Guido Martinez, writer, creator of Night. Again, an ancient evil is awakened. A man in search of identity and purpose will rise to face it. Their battle has been prophesied ages ago. It will mark the birth of a new era. It's an ongoing comic series featuring elements from superhero and urban fantasy genres. In Act 1, you will get to know Knight, his powers, his mission, his history. You will get to know heroes, villains, and monsters as they battle in the streets under the gaze of a city that is slowly opening its eyes to a new reality. This is Act 1, Knights of the New Age, is the first collected trade for the series and compiles the first four issues of the series plus some bonus material. You're going to get the first four issues, 8 pages, 8 page short story that was originally published in issue 4. Um, you're going to get character designs. You're going to get, an art. You're going to get um, a nice written. I don't know if it's an intro or a foreword, but from Guido about his journeys and getting into this. And you're looking at over 100 pages of content for $30. And if you're one of the first 40 backers, you get the print free with the physical copy. All right. So give the early bird a try, or even do the PDF if you don't have room. It's $15 PDF for over 100 pages of content. I highly recommend it. Now you may say, of course you recommend it. As if you're publishing it. Well, I'm publishing. I didn't have to publish it. I didn't write this. I didn't create this. I'm publishing it because I believe in it and I think it's solid and I think you'll enjoy it. So I'm asking you, put your trust in me. If you have already, I won't let you down. Trust me again. You'll enjoy this book. So go check it out. If you've been following Philbo Publishing, if you've been reading all the material that I've been putting out, you will, please trust me. This is as quality as what we've been putting out. Go check it out. I'm a big fan of comics for over 40 years, and I'm looking for fresh, new, exciting stuff. And I really liked what I read. I was impressed, and here we are. So go get it. What are you waiting for? Go back it right now. Pledge support. Let's get this going strong. All right. And again, just one last look at the covers. This is cover A. Um, my favorite, actually. That's Knight himself. As you can see, he's incorporated some armor, like a knight's armor, but it's an urban fantasy tale, so it's a nice genre mashup, you know? We've got the interior pages I told you about, which is really good. Again, the antagonist is basically a wizard. He uses magic, and he's not a nice guy. And then you've got other characters, good supporting characters like Whisper and Dragon Breath and Gravedigger. It's just good. Here's cover B, and here's cover C. All are available. We even have T-shirts. We have the print, and we have the PDF. And stretch goals will be unlocked as we hit goal and move forward from there. All right, guys. The link's in the chat. We will be posting regularly, as you know. I'm always on there posting. Right now, we got $81, 3 backers. Thank you to the 3 people that have contributed right now. We ask you to share it out, continue, and support. Before we go, I just want to remind you, please sign up for the Tragedy trade paperback. That has a Chuck Dixon intro. It has a foreword by me. It's got character designs. It's got fan art. It's got a letters page. It has 7 issues of content. It's going to have the original Tragedy #1, and then the remaster and the subsequent issues 2 through 5. It's going to have the Tragedy manga illustrated by the awesome Kenny Calderon. I'm going to have a version that has the 10-page preview of Land of the Lawless by Vaughn Coleman. Hello. And a 10-page preview by Kevin Stewart of his book Apollo. You're not going to want to miss those. And this book is 250 pages. You're going to love it. With 3 covers, David Mack, Bill Sienkiewicz, and Chris Bachalo. We're not playing here at Philbo. Come back and check it out. Now, while you're at it, the link is up right now to sign up for being alerted for the Halloween October release of Diary of Dread, 148-page horror magazine anthology. I wrote 5 stories in that. One is a 10-page preview story from Charles Santino, former Marvel writer of Conan in the early 90s. And I'm getting great reviews on this. So if you love horror, Diary of Dread coming out this fall from Philbo Publishing. We have a lot more titles coming in the 4th quarter, but we need your love and your support on all that we do to continue putting out quality content. And yes, we put out quality content. Books that make you excited to read again. Books that don't preach at you. Books that entertain you and support that fiending need for heroes and horror and sci-fi and just good old-fashioned fictional storytelling. Come to Philbo. We'll take care of you. All right. And while you're at it, Legendary Illustrations, I have an entire team. We could do everything for your book from soup to nuts. Writers, editors, logo designers, corner box designers, formatting for print. We've got pencilers, inkers, colorists, letterers, writers, editors, everything. We even can do your Kickstarter for you. So reach out to me for anything from Legendary Illustrations, and we will take care of you. Between Philbo and Legendary, you are in good hands. We'll entertain you, and we'll help you entertain others. Give us a check out. That website right there. www.philboentertainment.com. You can also buy original art and prints from the artists that I represent there. I dare you to go check it out. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.